I am your presenter, Don Ezra Francois. Thank you for joining us.
You have been listening to the lunchtime edition of news. Our next major news is at 5 p.m. Remember to join us then.
Welcome, brothers. Welcome, sisters. Welcome to our program On Target. As usual, as soon as we start this program, you can pick up a telephone and give us a call. We never have a subject matter. We speak about anything. Politics, religion, socioeconomic issues, any issue in the Caribbean, Ukraine and Russia, or any topic you introduce. We are on RealFM 91.9, YouTube, Facebook, and we always welcome our brothers and sisters from CARICOM and the diaspora. Sometimes people still chastise us or accuse us for speaking about topics that comes up regularly. And in any situation, you will find some topics of the day, particularly politics, that comes up regularly. But if you have a topic you want to introduce, pick up the telephone and give us a call so we can discuss the topic that you brought in. We fear no subject matter, and we would speak about things that others dare to address. Today in Grenada, there are some topics that is subject matter that is topical, and you will hear people speaking about it. You have a government in power, and there are some things that you don't agree with and you don't like to do. And in a democratic country, this is what we need to do. When you speak about issues and it sounds not favorable to the government, in the democratic process, it gives the government an opportunity to take a second look at it. They don't have to bother with you, but a wise government would take a second look at it. Welcome, Connor.
Yeah, after Mr. Pierre.
Yes, my brother.
Of everything. How's it
Great
with-
man,
All
good
right,
man.
Mr. Pierre, when you take a look through the wall, one of the major problems government has is the housing. Trying to get better housing for its people. And more housing they could get for the people, and better housing is better for the government. And when you look at in Grenada here, you find the policies of NMP is always seek the interest of the people going to Carrick, especially when dealing with housing. Housing that the low-income housing that the people are the most better to where the people live in, so that they can have a proper home to live in. Right? And when you look at NDC policies, it's always take away housing from people. I remember in 2008, when NDC was in government, the Chinese offered to build 2,000 housing units build 2,000 homes. Right? And what the Minister of Housing said at the time, which was Glenn Noel, he said to the Chinese that better you give us build 1,000 and the other 1,000 they could give us the money so we could get to do something else, do something with it. Alright? Look again, Mr. Pierre, in that situation again. People, they have letters for the low-income houses, and they try to take back the letters and make it more difficult now for the people, that was in the low-income houses. Mr. Pierre, what I'm saying, if you have a problem in collecting the money, I do believe best solution the government is going to come up with. Call the people, find out with the people what is the problem with them, and see how you could negotiate with them for them to pay. We're not saying they have to be free; they have to pay, right? But to make it easy for them, instead of making it harder and more difficult for the people that live there, right? You do it in a way that you give letters. You give people letters. I know definitely the people will not able to get that money. They will not able to get it. So I see the government is making life more difficult for the lower class of people in the country. Right? Who you expect to buy this house? You don't have money in the credit union. You don't. You work for a job of over $700, $800, $900. You have children, 4 or 5 children. How could you go in the bank and get a loan? Right? You don't have land. You don't have you have no land. And if a person has land, they might want to sell it. How you get in the loan? So, and when okay gives a pay, when this government did wrong things, they did wrong things. Instead of the supporters call up them and tell them what it is not right, they silence them. And when you speak about the wrong thing they're doing, they turn around and say you're lying. And when you have a government president today right now lie in the election campaign and deceive people, make so many promises, and they know they will not fulfill it. Right? So you come to them, they know they lie, but they never call them out for lie. But you know who's speaking the truth and about the wickedness the government doing, you're lying. And they know what to say in the truth, what to still say you're lying. I always say, the truth need no defense. It should need no defense. Right? It gives a pay talk about the lies. The 150, the World Bank report out what it said, the permanent jobs. It's a pay allies. This government, the government history, as the most wicked government and in the Caribbean. Well,
yes,
it's a pay
yes, scholar. The Geneva Convention, the UN Charter on Sustainable Housing, is a non-legal binding document that aims to support member states as they seek to ensure access to decent, adequate, affordable, and healthy housing for all. There are some words we must go there. Decent, adequate, affordable, and healthy housing for all. Yes, scholar, welcome.
Yeah, man.
Yes, my brother. Welcome, my brother.
Yeah, no, don't welcome me. Don't welcome.
Brother,
yeah,
brother. Wait. Yeah, my brother.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, my brother. You're calling on the program, and my normal term is to welcome you to the program. We welcome you to the program. When you say don't welcome you, you're starting with confrontation. Have an open mind to discussion and welcome you. Maybe you need to visit me in Sina's bar in the rum shop. And let's have a discussion. A long time I meet you in the rum shop. You're forgetting the rules of this game. So we have to welcome you.
Mr. Pierre, I don't be in rum shop.
You don't go in the rum shop, but that is the problem with you.
Please.
You see?
One place I don't be up in career is by my virgin.
Well, you see, that is why the NDC say they're not going in rum shop.
Oh, I tell you, they say, okay. Now, they say that the former Prime Minister, that he's never took back houses and take back things from the NMP, that he was whatever. 2008, when the NMP lost the election, they were doing works like concrete roads or piece of work in every community. When the NMP lost, after the election, a former minister, he passed all over. He took, even they were doing peace in Blaise. In Blaise, he took all the material, all the blocks, all the sand, all the gravel, all the, all the cement. You know what I mean? In Telescope again, going, was the same thing because the NDC was doing some work. They didn't know. They were doing some work over the Paradise Park, going up over this road. They took all the material. Even carrier past there again. The former minister, he dropped gravel, sand, BRC. He said that's why he's building up, putting up some bleach house for the cricketers or whoever, for the people of them in Carrier. All now, where is it? And when I called on a program, a host of a program asked me, if are the facts. I say yes. And then 2 more callers call on not on your program. They say yes, Kochaman is right because this take place up in my committee too. Which the NNP took all the material because the NDC was won the election 2008. You find that fair? So give justice.
Cultureman,
do not ban the NDC.
Cultureman, cut off the program and let me speak and then you're going to call back. So go off the air because I can't ask you a question. Listen to what you're saying and see if it makes sense. You are claiming that in 2008, when the NDC come in power, between 2008 and 2013, you saying the former minister, so he was no longer in government, his party lost election. He went and take back material from the road and go with it. Cultureman, listen to what you're saying and see if it makes sense. If the former minister went and take back material, then the material was not government owned. Because if it was government owned, knowing how the NDC thirsty to jail NNP, they would have hold him and jail him, Cultureman. But the fact that the NDC were not able to do anything, it means the material did not belong to the government. You have to remember in 2008, the NDC set up a committee, a high-level committee. Lloyd Noel was in it. And they brought down a forensic expert to search for corruption. And they claim that in 8 and 9 days, FBI and Scotland Yard would be in Grenada. So if the former minister went and picked up government material on the road, NDC would have been jumping all around with a piece of rope to hang him. So the material he picked up must have been his. No, Cultureman, no. I hope you heard what I say. Call back. Yes,
so why he didn't leave the material for the party who come in
Cultureman, Cultureman, did you hear what I say?
I hear you.
Cultureman, did you listen to what I said?
No, I was away already, but as
so
I come
that's what happened.
You say call back. So I call back.
So
because
okay, Cultureman,
you cannot play a guitar with one string alone.
Cultureman.
Now I mean you cannot play a guitar with one string alone. Like you only play one string alone.
All right, thank you, brother.
One string alone.
Thank you, brother. Okay, thank you, brother. Yeah, let's see, it's a challenge, and I guess he was listening from his radio. So when I was speaking, he did not hear what I say. Because that means he cut off his radio to call, and he didn't put it back for him to hear. So he didn't hear what I say. He just cut off for a little while and called back immediately. And that is a challenge we have. In 2008, when NDC come in power, they told people they're going to lock up Kit Mitchell. They spend millions of dollars to bring in a forensic expert to look for financial irregularities. They also set up a committee. I can't remember how many people was on it, but Lloyd Noel was on it. And they were not able to even charge any member of the NNP for driving without due care and attention. Yes, caller, welcome. We lost that caller? All right, caller, just call back again. So now that the National Democratic Congress is in power, every time you challenge them, they draw reference to something NNP did. NNP not in power. The NDC is in power. And I principally challenge NDC on their policies. I was in a conversation with a woman yesterday. And she was speaking to me about things that is going on. She was aggrieved by the fact and the manner in which the NDC was treating the elderly people, the physically challenged and disadvantaged children. Yes, caller, welcome.
Yes, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, caller, welcome.
Yes, Mr. Pierre. Good afternoon.
Yeah, my brother.
Mr. Pierre, I want you to ask Cultureman something for me, please. Ask Cultureman.
I'm not hearing you, caller.
If he does call on the Scott program, ask him why he cannot call on this program, because he talks too much stupidness. And you don't let Cultureman use the program as if it's his or if it's NDC program. The program is everybody own. Tell Cultureman, stop it, don't give people a chance. Okay, thank you.
Yes, caller. So the woman was upset in which the manner in which the members of the National Democratic Congress was treating people. And I told her I agreed with her. I take strong objection with the manner. Yes, caller, welcome. Yes, caller, welcome.
I never look at for handouts, caller.
Cultureman, you can't do that. Culture, you can't do that. He's an individual that calling radio on a regular basis. So you can't do that. If somebody disagree with you, don't call back and just, we cannot personalize those discussions. You have an opportunity to call. Let us concentrate on the message rather than the messenger. You call on radio regular. Don't just call and fire this low blow. It's not good. It's not good for the program. And I let you speak. And I understand the challenge you have because you're calling on your phone and you're listening on your phone. So when I ask you to cut off the phone and listen, you did not listen, you just call back. So we have to be more mature and handle the discussion with maturity. And I know you doesn't go in the rum shop, but I'm sorry you don't go in the rum shop. Because if you go in the rum shop, you're going to learn how to argue. Yes, caller, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, my brother, welcome.
How are you doing? That's my
Great,
first time
man.
calling.
Listening
to your program is a wonderful program.
Yeah.
It edifies a lot, especially as young people. But sometimes, I listen, and which is culture. I don't know him. I guess as much you know him as well, though. But the point I'm making, Mr. Pierre, why don't he listen to himself when he speaks? They say a good listener is a good learner.
Yeah.
If you listen to yourself when you're speaking, you'll understand what you're trying to say. Because I don't understand what you're trying to say. Because if you're talking about the NDC, the NNP was out of office, how could the man pick up the material and go with it?
And
There is no way he will pick up the material to go. It's obviously they will jail him.
Yeah, the police will lock him up.
It's obviously.
Yeah.
And he makes some statement. I listened to him yesterday, and he made some statement in terms of the PRA. He don't know nothing about the PRA. Yeah. I was 9 years old when when the revolution take place in Grenada. I was 9 years. About 1970, 31st of July 1970. So I was 9 years at the time. And I remember a lot of things that took place in the revolution. I remember that the PRA used to just go to your shop and just order for goods and don't pay for it. And they say, Bishop will pay for it. I know a lot of things that took place. Even my man shoot a donkey right in Lerito that night because I used to be in the camp. Say, halt, comrade, and donkey was not, donkey can understand. And he continued to come, and he shoot the donkey, and they had to remove him. So I know a lot of things are going on, but he don't know nothing. He's talking because he just hear maybe certain things by the road.
No,
and he talks about the
some
revolution.
things
You have no idea about the revolution?
What happened, culture is aware of some things, but he don't want to talk about it because he's associating the revolution now with NDC. And that's the challenge. He associating...
But this is what this NDC did. They associate themselves with Bishop, like Candle and stuff like that.
Unfortunate.
It's what he's coming out to be in Grenada.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah. So, brother, thanks for the program, and I encourage you to keep on giving your voices and let the people voices be heard, because we need to be heard. A lot of stupidness is taking place in this country. A lot of drama is going on in this country, and you don't know what's going on. A lot of people are hurting. Look, a lady just went in the hospital 2 nights ago to drop her mom. When she reached up, there's no medication. And they give her a prescription and tell her go back down to find some medication. Where would she find it at night, in the night? Where would she would find it? Where was she going to find that medication? Boss is a lot to say. A lot. They don't. Culture don't look good. He's not on the ground. If he's on the ground, we'll see. We will hear the plight of the people, and we don't understand the pain and suffering the people are going through. But he's not on the ground. He's in the bush. He said he was in the field. He even said when the revolution time he was going up to the bush. Understand? He is in the field. He's not on the ground. He's not inadequate to what's going on the ground. First, have a good day.
Yes, I think sometimes because you're a supporter of the National Democratic Congress, it doesn't mean you have to support everything the revolution do. Even if you're a supporter of NNP, you don't have to support everything NNP do. Some things NNP do, you may not agree with it. Because you're a member of the NDC and Deacon make an attempt to identify with the positives of the revolution. You don't have to support everything the revolution do. The revolution did things that was a criminal act. They castrate Broco. And I speak about Broco alone because that is the only one I have empirical evidence. The case took place in the Grenville Magistrate Court. They asked him, do you know how they castrating a pig? And he said, yes. And they asked him, how? Tell us. He said, well, they call down the pig and they cut the balls and they put some salt water on it. They said, we will castrate you like a pig. The only difference, we're going to add pepper. And the commander asked one of the soldiers to cut the pepper. He said there was a bag of pepper. I don't know if it's a small bag or a big bag. But the individual, a plastic bag, was cutting the pepper very slow. So the commander jumped up on the pepper, put it in the bucket of water, and they held him down and castrated him. He was fighting for his life. So they gave him a gunboat in his jaw and mashed up some of his teeth. If you could get the records from the Grenville Magistrate Court, it was there. Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre.
Yes, caller, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, my brother, welcome.
Mr. Pierre, are you talking about they should try Kit Mitchell? Mr. Pierre, the only child ever passing Grenada, a politician, is Kit Mitchell, who tried Jad Bizan, Alexis, and the whole NDC party. He tried them, he said they are corruption. He spent $2 million on the trial, and up to this day, they don't find nothing. Now I'll tell you, the NNP party is the worst party ever passing Grenada.
Caller.
Mr. Pierre.
Caller.
Mr. Pierre, let me tell you something.
Caller.
Yes.
Why do you think that the NNP is the only party in Grenada that won all the seats on 3 occasions?
Yes, because they win it on 2 occasions. That doesn't mean.
Caller, why do you think they won it?
Because they have good corruption practices. They was corrupt that way. Let me tell you something.
Okay, caller.
Mr. Pierre, let me tell you something. The NDC, NAP, is the worst party ever passing Grenada. Up to this day, they try presenting them for corruption. They don't get nothing. They spend $2 million. That waste, that gun on the ground. Mr. Pierre, asking the RGPF to bring Kit Mitchell for questioning on this matter about Jantios. Mr. Pierre, he knows something about Jantios because he is the only man condemning the policeman. Imagine Kit Mitchell ruled 27 years and today they call him the worst set of people in Grenada. This man is a wicked man.
Okay, caller. Thank you. And that's one of the challenges that we have because once you speak about the ills of the NDC, they cannot defend it. Yes, caller, welcome.
That man going too far, boy.
No, you see, what we need to understand is And that is one of the reasons the National Democratic Congress, when they get a chance at governance, they lose elections so badly.
How much time they wanted Mitchell to for wrongdoing and up to now they can't hold him and put him in prison?
Yes, they had an investigation.
To pick him up on investigation. Why
They brought down forensic expert.
Tell him he gonna know who they go investigate just now. Tell him he gonna know.
Yes. Yes, scholar. Yes, we listen to everybody and we want people to be tolerant to different people's views. In our country, I object to the National Democratic Congress a lot because they refuse to give information. They say information is based upon need to know. When they come in power, the government that was there set a template. Yes, scholar, welcome.
Mr. Pierre, good
Yes, scholar, welcome.
afternoon, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, go right ahead.
I listen here you saying, share the lies. But how you want to share the lies?
I didn't say share the lies. I said to share my program.
Yeah, but it's just the same. Say your program, share the lies.
But caller,
Program.
we have a program on the radio, and we encourage people to like the program and share the program. It is good for us if people share the program. But we ask, it is up to the individuals who listen to the program who determine if they're going to share it.
Them kind of thing and them are listening there. That educating me?
Well, we don't know, but maybe sometimes it's just for humor.
Mr. Pierre, that educating you?
Of course, I'm a man who stays in the rum shop, you know. So I like the discussion, our custom with this discussion. The topics we are discussing, people afraid to talk about it. Caller, you know about the Angola option?
No.
You ever hear about the Angola option?
What is the Angola option?
Well, that's the same thing. You never hear about the Angola option. This is one a lot of Grenadians don't hear about. And this is one of the reasons why Maurice Bishop was executed. Because he evoked the Angola option.
Mr. Pierre, this kind of thing and then when you hear, that is how a lot of them are caused the revolution. Because when the wicked thing going on, everybody sides for it.
But sometimes, caller, sometimes you don't even know when wicked things going on. You have to listen to everybody. Even the dull and the ignorant, they too have their story.
Them kind of comment you get in. Mr.
Well,
Pierre, you don't listen.
Sometimes listen to them. Out of it, you getting the message. Caller, there is 2 members of parliament now who claim that election have consequences. Tell me who is it to?
Mr. Pierre, I don't know. Mr.
That
Pierre,
is it. That is it. They claim election have consequences.
What going on here and what's saying now and what's going on in the country? Dr. Mitchell could have never run the country and people go sit down and uphold this kind of thing on them. Don't come and give me this kind of thing and them are going on. And if they say shoot, they say yes. Huh? These people are them too bloody wicked to survive.
You see that what you make with that statement again is unacceptable. Or you could say you can be judge, juror, and executioner. You can't say they're too wicked to survive. You can't say that. That is intolerable language.
Mr. Pierre, we cannot survive under that kind of language on them. Because if you know the Prime Minister doing wrong, supposed to abide with it.
But caller,
I have to say what
but
I
caller,
say. You see him doing wickedness, and you have to make him know. If he don't know, make him know.
everybody supports the political party. And that is what you call a political polarization. So you wouldn't find an NDC openly accepting that the political party make mistakes.
Well, if I am an NMP and I see that going on, if this NMP was in power, I would have never said that.
Okay.
Never.
All right.
When he wrong, he wrong.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, we have to have a lot of tolerance in Grenada. We have a lot of You know, sometimes some topics you raise, it becomes like wounds, like sores, and individuals react to it in very unrespectable manner. Yes, caller, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pierre.
Yeah.
I was in my teens during the revolution, very young, and I always used to listen to Bishop Raleigh, and he used to talk about the Angola. I can't remember everything about it now. And he used to mention all those other countries that maybe he used to link with. Now, when the revolution fall, all who know the truth and they know what Bishop did, they should come out and speak only in the thing and say what he does, say to the Angola and what concerning the thing, and get this amount of people. They spend all these years in prison. Nobody never know the right until they fight and they come outside. Now all talk, all truth coming out. It should have come out long before. There is nothing wrong in it. If a man does something what is wrong, you come out and say what he do. And then you act to suit it. The same way Bishop jailed 5,000 people in a revolution. When I read about America and all those other people read thing in the Ollies, a lot of people go in jail, some people get killed. So they should come out and say something what he does.
So, caller, you are
put him in prison.
Caller, do you agree? Do you agree with the 3,000 people that went to jail in Grenada?
Well, I don't understand everything about why they do, because I'm telling you, anytime you oppose a revolution and you come a counter-revolution, or how they say, whether it's true or it's lie, sometimes they put you in prison.
So Maurice Bishop was right to jail them?
I did not say he right.
I'm asking you. I'm asking you if he was correct to jail them.
Well, if in those days, where if they do something wrong, I don't know what they do. They put them in jail. So
he did not get caller. They didn't get a chance to defend themselves.
Okay, let me tell you something. They didn't get a chance to defend themselves. The same way they say Bishop did something wrong, they put him under house arrest. When they go on, the children who march against and they put him out. Why when he come out and he try to address the nation, to talk to the nation, why didn't they give him a chance to express himself and say what happened? Why they tell them go back with their hand in the air, who to put out and who to put back inside? So you see, you don't have justice.
So caller, Maurice Bishop jailed 3,000 people and he castrated Boko. Do you agree with that?
Who killed Bishop Father?
Do you agree with the castration of Boko?
Anyway, regardless to what happened, I don't know what happened, but during the revolution, a lot of things take place. And a lot of innocent. What about the 19th when they said the bomb? Bishop Ali said the bomb to kill those people in Queens?
Caller, do you agree with the castration of Boko?
Mr. Pierre? No. But
do you agree with the women that was badly treated under the revolution?
I never know about any women that...
What's about the sister from Brudge Grove that was murdered?
What about Jacqueline Kraft?
Jacqueline
Kraft said she's going to see Bishop. When the soldiers come and they say, okay, you're going to see Bishop, you can go. But if you're going, you would not be able to come out. They put her inside there. He has to come out and say what they do, Jacqueline Kraft. They think that they will not get caught. They talk on their own selves. I listen and walking in the same place. When I hear that, and a man would report...
Caller, don't support what is wrong.
I don't support what is wrong. In a revolution...
Maurice Bishop lied to the Grenadians.
The reason why you...
And he jailed the people.
Is because you don't like Bishop, and a lot of people didn't like Bishop.
Caller, that has nothing to do with love. I might like Bishop more than you.
Let me tell you something. I don't say the revolution was 100%, but I know
the revolution jailed 3,000 Grenadians.
Well, you're only talking about jail. Why did he kill them?
Without charge.
Okay, so why did he kill them?
They murdered some.
So why Bishop didn't... Why, when they put them in jail, the 5,000 who why Bishop didn't order them to execute them?
What's about those in planes that was slaughtered and murdered?
Bishop don't know about
and the people from Montreach.
Anyway, Mr. Pierre, I find we should talk about the issue in our country.
No, caller, we don't running from Bishop. We're speaking about Bishop from
I don't running from Bishop, but I don't see Bishop do nothing wrong. Bishop had bad followers.
So all what Maurice Bishop do is the followers that do it.
I didn't say followers.
He was a saint.
A lot of things that go on, I don't say Bishop was a saint. No, don't get me wrong. But a lot of things...
So you're not blaming Bishop for nothing?
I am not... but a lot of things that take place during the revolution, Bishop had a lot of people.
But he was a leader. He never investigated the case.
Okay. You know, let me tell you something, Mr. Pierre. When I remember the PRA used to walk in a certain place, and the PRA and them used to come and take reject bananas to bring in the prison. That time, Bishop was...
They for them Rasta, they used to throw it and give them poke to it.
Let me tell you now, Bishop wasn't under house arrest yet. So little sue going on with Court and Bishop. So one of my friends, he had a brother working there. She said, boy, what's going on in the army? We hear this and that. He said, I don't know, because the army split in two, half a Court, half a Bishop. The Court having secret meeting and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Until Bishop go in America. And when Bishop come back, we didn't hear nothing about him. They put him out of house arrest. So
because he lied to the Central Committee.
Okay,
and he lied to the Politburo. That's why they arrest him.
I don't say no.
He told lies.
He tell lies. Who doesn't tell lies? Okay, he lies. So why when Americans come and they capture Code and them, why they didn't come out and say the reason why they before that happened?
The American glad to get rid of Bishop Code, everybody.
Yeah, well, I'm glad. Well,
the American don't care about Bishop and Code.
Well, I understand that. But
the American get a nice excuse to come in the country.
Okay, before America come here, when Bishop was under house arrest, they say he did something wrong. Why they didn't come out and say, okay, look at what Bishop do, look at what he lied, look at what he said, so we had to put him in jail for life.
Well, they didn't have to give you no explanation, just as Deacon say no. Information is based upon need to know.
When Selwyn Noel and them, they go and meet Bishop with their hula hoop slippers and their jeans pants and they capture him, why they didn't come out and say, we had to put him under house arrest, we had to jail the leader because look, he lied, and look at... Why didn't say? Why they keep...
They told the party members that. Were you a party member?
Anyway, Mr.
Were you a party member? Caller?
Yes, I was one.
You was a party member?
Yes.
Well, then you would have known. Because they sent out people all in the ministries
Mr.
to
Pierre,
explain to public officers what was going on.
Mr. Pierre?
You didn't know that?
When the Americans come here, my children father come out and feed the cow and he come up with the hand of logo and he meet those people and them with a gun. They stop him in the road and they say you have to come to fight to save your country, you know.
Caller, thank you, caller, thank you.
He said they killed Bishop already.
Yes,
I don't
caller.
want to fight for nothing again.
Caller, if you was a member, then you know about the Angola option. So next time, call us and tell us what you know about the Angola option.
About Bishop now.
You must know. Yeah. We don't live in Bishop. I don't live in Bishop at all. Bishop was a coward. And he hid behind women and children. And he treated the Rastafarian worse than how the guy in Jamaica treated them. And he had no justification for that. Yes, caller, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr.
Yes,
Pierre.
my brother, welcome.
Yes, Mr. Pierre, I'm agreeing with you that we need a lot of tolerance in this country. And I'm speaking to even some of NMP supporters. We need to be tolerant and you know, patient with other people's
Patient
comments.
and inclusive.
Yes, because you know what that will do? If, for example, someone like a gentleman come and he says all kind of thing about Dr. Mitchell and the NNP, you don't argue with him. You let us come with the facts as to what went on and what is. Not how they told it, what we know is the facts. That is what we have to do. And every time you do that, you shut them up. Right? So we need to allow them to air themselves and so on and hear what's on their mind. Sometimes that's the only avenue they have to really vent. Secondly, I think even the whole revolution, so much things, Mr. Pierre, people need to know about what went on during 1979 to 83. Right? And I don't know when and where we can start, but so much...
It's going to take a long time. It's going to take a long time.
And so much of misinformation that comes out there, you know, and I'm appealing to that there are a lot of the leaders that are still wrong. That was during the revolution. At some point in time, you know, they should try and help educate and let people know of certain things that they don't know about. Right? There are certain things that you talk about on the radio that a lot of people don't even know about.
Yeah, they never hear about that.
You understand? It's amazing, but I know I want to appeal again. You hear the bitterness with people when you come and you talk about Morris Bishop on October 19th and everything on both sides.
Yeah.
That's why I want to appeal to the government, please.
And you see, this government has poured fuel in the fire. This government is not contributing to this thing. This government making worse.
They did it deliberately,
People
Mr. Pierre.
try to reconcile, and they come and using to all they want to do is to benefit from Bishop popularity.
Exactly, and you see, in my view, they want to mix and contradict the history of our country when it comes to Sir Eric Matthew Gary and Morris Bishop and the revolution.
The candidate.
You understand? They're trying their best to do these things. So I think over the next couple of years, even the next couple of days...
It's going to take years. Many of us have to continue trying to... Bishop have positive points and he have negatives. And we have to, play the time.
And the revolution was not just built around him.
No.
You see, and that's the problem. Anyhow, Mr. Pierre, thanks again.
Yes, and the fact that... Yes, caller, welcome. Yes, caller, welcome.
Afternoon.
Yeah.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes, my brother.
All right. Mr. Pierre, with all due respect, who is the Prime Minister and who is the party that running the country of Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique today? Huh?
What is the question you ask?
Hello?
Yeah, what is the question you ask?
Who is the Prime Minister of Grenada today?
You mean you go ask me who's the Prime Minister? You want me to answer you off air?
I'm asking. No. Hold on a minute. The reason I'm asking a question, right? I'm a young man benefited from the education process under the revolution, and I've been listening for a while now. I'm calling from New York, and you keep, I think I know why you're doing it, all right? But it is a relentless way you keep saying that Bishop is a criminal, Bishop.
Caller, you don't hear me and Morris Bishop yet.
Hold on.
Caller, you should have heard me during the revolution. During the revolution, you might have heard the same thing coming from me.
Yeah.
Morris Bishop was a coward.
I think I understand why you're doing it.
Caller, Morris Bishop was a coward.
Mr. Pierre, don't play culture man with me right now. Listen to what I have to say.
Well, caller, let me say something to you.
Caller,
you starting the program by asking me questions.
Question, right?
Caller. You just tell me don't play culture man. So you don't play culture man. When you get a chance, you punch. If you want to ask me question, then I'm going to interrupt what you're saying. Or I'm going to answer you off the air.
You didn't answer the question. Now, the thing I'm trying to say, upon your points of the negatives of the revolution, I'm yet to hear you point to what was the positives.
No, you tell us what were the positives.
No. Let me finish.
Caller, you tell us what were the positives.
If it wasn't for the revolution, kids like myself and hundreds of other kids in Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique would not have gotten the level of education, secondary school education we got. Never. We didn't have a chance attending GBSS, and none of the at that time was elite schools. They were elite schools, right? We wouldn't have had the opportunity towards that. Okay? Now, you want to dig up parts of history. Gary Mongoose gang and all the elements on that. Gary did a lot of wrong thing in the country. Gary wasn't a saint. People within the Mongoose gang did a lot of wrong things. It wasn't under the direction of the Prime Minister at the time, Eric Gary. But as the leader of the Prime Minister of the country, he will be held responsible. I'm not hearing you say that. My grandfather got his ass beat for walking the road from Mali one night to Chantimel beaten terribly. He didn't do nothing wrong, right? And the fact remained that he was a Gary right. But I'm not hearing you. If you really want to talk about one negative consistently over and over about the negative of the country and what has happened during the revolution, speak about what happened in the 70s under Eric Gary.
All right,
Speak of what
caller.
happened
Thank
under
you,
the
caller.
revolution, and then all of it will be balanced out.
Okay, caller. Thank you.
Mar-
Caller, thank you. And that is how you all waste good, valuable time. You waste good, valuable time. You get an opportunity to punch. You start up your program by asking me questions. The most dangerous thing to do is to ask me questions. If you want to ask me a question, ask me at the end of your program. Because once you ask me a question, I'm going to intervene, and my answer cannot be yes or no. Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre, good afternoon.
Yes, welcome.
Alive and loud and clear and kicking. Mr. Pierre, I know it's a fantastic program, very interesting program. And I always love to talk to you and I always love to listen to you. But Mr. Pierre, a lot of people is calling, and don't matter what you say to them, they bend in their ways. They're like an old tree. You cannot bend them. You cannot straighten them out. They support who they want to support. And if they could get Keith Mitchell, they will hang him on the neck. But I'm telling you, don't waste time with them. Let it talk, because they're trying your utmost best with culture man and the other guy. And they're not in no way. They are what they are. And it is for them. That's what it is for them. And they cannot change it. What we want to talk about, we don't want to talk about the things of the past so much. When Maurice Bishop was in here, he was in power. I wasn't there. I was away. I heard, but I never witnessed it. A lot of them have a witness. If they want to talk about Maurice Bishop, the NDC, they could get their own program. But as I'm telling you, let us talk about the things that are affecting the nation right now. The people here are crying. They took the housing from them. Can you imagine the previous government give them houses to secure themselves so they could have a future for them and their children? And if this government now come and take it back, the housing that the previous government gave them from China, it was nice. It was a nice gift from China, and the people received it with thanks. I was at present when they had the ceremony for the housing project, right? And lots of my friends, they was happy. They had plans for the future, and right now this present government turned the plans upside down. And it's not right. What about the old lady who cried to me? A few old people, they cried to me because when they went to the post office to receive their pension, they deducted $150. They said that is to buy my gas for the year. And what happened? They took it away from them. So these are lots of things. The school children going to school. The boxer we have here in Carriacou, who's been working for over 20 years with the government and previous government, and they never get rid of him. This young NDC government coming, and they got rid of him. Hasn't he got a family to look after? So, Mr. Pierre, these are the things we want to look at. The past doesn't help me right now. I'm glad to know that our country have a past, but it don't help us. It don't help the young people. Talk about the things that hurting us, the things that means the most, the lies and the propaganda they're selling to the people. When we're talking about the past, they're diverting us from the truth. We want to hear the truth, and I know you as a man, you're always bringing the truth. Bring the truth, come. Tie them up with the truth, as you see.
Yes, we will have to tie it on them.
Tie it on them.
Yes, that's
they
it.
They're a bright bunch of
Yes,
people.
thank you.
Smoke. As you say, they have a briefcase full of
certificate and a bag of problem.
And a bag of problem.
Yes.
And they want to inject it on the Grenadian people.
Yeah.
Tie it on them and put Culture Man and the other guy in the place.
I want to bring Culture Man in the rum shop.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't.
I'm going to bolt him down on a seat and bring him in the rum shop.
Mr. Pierre,
Yes, thank you.
he Keith Mitchell for years, and you cannot change him. So don't waste time with him.
Thank
you. Have a nice day. God bless you.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
caller, welcome.
Yeah, afternoon.
Yeah, my brother, welcome.
Your caller before the last one. He got his education through the revolution. And I think he's very glad for that.
Yeah.
So let us celebrate with him that he got his education during that period of time. And since that time, education ceased in Grenada. People are not educated again in Grenada.
No revolution.
No, nobody got a certificate after him.
Yeah.
He got the last bag of certificate that was there. He got it. So had it not been for the revolution, he wasn't going to get.
No.
Yeah?
Yes,
and so since the revolution, nobody else is able to get.
Yeah.
But more than that, the chap call you from America.
Yeah. Run.
That stupid boy called from America.
All the comrades, all the communists in America.
Yeah. Yeah, he called from America and he's not ashamed to say he's calling from America. Something's wrong here.
Mm-hmm.
With your line?
No, I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm hearing some noise on the line though.
Just ignore it because I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Yeah, somebody doesn't want me to talk perhaps.
Go ahead. We're hearing you loud and clear.
I'm still saying that since he got the last set of certificates, he didn't have to, nobody else go to Cuba and nothing else. And he never even went in Cuba after that. He did not go and settle in Cuba, and he'd never come back here to help build the island that Morris Bishop sent him to be educated to come back and build. So he's not, we Grenadians are less on what I'm saying is that more dumb than before because we did not get the benefit from his education. America got the benefit that we are saying down with America. So what is he saying? What does he really want to say? I find they're too nonsense.
Yes, scholar.
They're too nonsense.
Yes, we come to the end of the program. Thank you, and we come to the end almost to the end of the program. But we have to understand, and I hear people talking about the housing. The National Democratic Congress went to the Chinese in 2008, 2013. Yes, scholar, you got to punch. Color punch.
Thanks very much for Dr. Kit Mitchell because he make a lot of people who in our house get house. But I want to let you know, during the revolution housing program too, because my mother get house from during the revolution, they had to pay $5 every month for materials. So I think they had that from during the revolution too. Thank you very much, Mr. Pierre.
All right, thank you. So the National Democratic Congress, the previous government under the NNP negotiated 2,000 houses from China. The NDC government in 2008-2013 wanted the Chinese to take back 1,000 houses to give them 40 million, I believe. And it was the previous government in opposition that insists, no, you can't do that. So the NDC government, and people have to understand that, the policies of the NDC does not favor people in the lower income group. When the NDC in power, there is more unemployment. The roads deteriorate. There is less assistance to the elderly and the physically challenged. NDC say the government giving handout. The National Democratic Congress object. They object to 10,000 toilets. So now the NDC, you have these houses here, but they're making certain that the poor of the poor cannot access these houses. They cannot access these houses. So they're making it difficult for them. The NDC has become, the Ministry of Housing, has become an agent for the financial institution. So they go into people who have money to buy the house, they will get a little cut on it, and then the financial institution is going to fund it. They abandon the needy, the poor, and the challenged. I have difficulties understanding why somebody in the lower income group supports the National Democratic Congress. And I say it's only because the NDC believe that they're bright, they're smart, them is the best thing since sliced bread. So they believe they're in a higher social class. That is why the language they use to describe people is so insulting. They say needy and greedy. They say nasty people. Classless. Because the NDC believes they're in a different social class. The woman say every time she see them, she want to puke. A long time I didn't hear puke. I kind of like the term. I tell her it's a long time I don't hear puke. They say the baby puke. She said when she see these vultures and them, she does want to puke. The National Democratic Congress are vultures. They prey on the weakest group in our country. They did that in 1990. They did that in 2008, 2013. And in 2022, they did the same thing. They went down in the lab and sit down and plan lies. How to woo the people in the lower income group. How to attract the e-money. So they tell them they're going to give them permanency. As soon as we come in power, you'll get permanent. How to go after the elderly. We offering you $650 and they quoted the World Bank and they chastise the previous government. So the elderly gravitate towards them. They tell the people on contract by the stroke of a pen. And as soon as they come in power, they take $2,000 and all of them turn air hostess. They on the plane every day. They bring in a boyfriend. They're using the financial institution to enrich themselves. And several members of the government is selling passports. The woman say when she see them, she want to puke. I say I treat them with contempt. And obviously, that is the worst group of leaders we have in 8 decades. And I would like somebody to challenge me on that. Tell me what other group of leaders in our country that is hostile towards people in the lower income group. Take $150 from the elderly. Throw some of them out of the program. The woman from Union said to her, you have people worse than you in the program. We're back with you again tomorrow between 12 and 1 for another opportunity to punch. And Culture Man, you could call again. Thank you.